magic stick and I said, I'm Harry Potter, and I go 3, 2, 1, you're already feeling what you want to feel. Can you explain to me what that would be like?
The feeling?
Yes, of confidence.
I mean, I think not stressed at all. Like sometimes you feel a bit of pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Not always, but it really depends like on the audience and if it's a lot of people, the type of presentation, the other presenters as well.
Mm-hmm.
So just like not stressed, and like yeah.
So what's not stressed like? What does it feel like to be the opposite of not stressed?
I mean, it's like about feeling, you know, when I don't know. Sometimes you just have your heart, which is like beating quite fast.
Mm-hmm.
You lose your words. I mean, you prepared everything, but yeah, you just forget.
So what's confidence feel like to you?
I mean, confidence. I mean, it's like difficult to explain, to put words on it.
Mm-hmm. Could you sort of describe maybe what it feels like, how your body feels, how your mind feels, what's going through your thoughts when you're feeling confident?
I mean, for me, it's like how you feel in a normal situation, for example. Yeah.
How do you normally feel in normal situations?
I love it. I mean, most of them quite cool. Like
Cool.
Yeah. I don't know. Trying to find the words, but just feeling good. You know.
Feeling good.
Yeah.
That's good. Now, what I'm going to do is just make a point here. This is good. We're going to interrupt a little bit. See, what she was telling me was what she doesn't want to feel. Stressed.
Yeah.
But she's focusing on stress. I want her to focus on confidence. What does confidence feel? And we're still trying to figure out what the goal is, because if she's not aware of how her body and her mind is when she's confident, then we don't have a goal yet. You see, that's where we're at the moment. Okay. So for you, confidence is about feeling cool, feeling
good. Yeah.
feeling good. Yeah. And can you ever remember a time in your life where you felt like total confidence when you were presenting?
Like a specific moment?
Yeah.
I mean, most of the time when presenting, I'm not stressed at all. It really depends on the audience, as I told you. If I'm like within a meeting with even 10, 15 people, which are colleagues or even partners, but people that I know. No, even customers. It really depends. I think it's like when I see a lot of people, and maybe when there is more challenges as well linked to presentation. But otherwise, no. In presentation, like for example, when you give a status on an update on a project to your big boss, I'm okay.
You're confident.
Confident.
So I sense that in actual fact when you present you are confident. It's just some presentations.
Some presentations.
Okay.
Some situations.
Some situations. And those situations are situations where there's a big audience.
Yes.
What does a big audience look like to you? How many is a big audience?
For me, it's like 300.
Okay. I feel pretty nervous about that too.
Yeah.
300.
Yeah.
So if there was 250, you'd be all right?
No, I don't think so.
So maybe not quite.
Maybe 200.
Okay, 200.
No, there is no number.
So when is that time when you decide to feel not confident?
That I decide.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't decide it. It's like something you can't control.
So when do you feel like you lose that control then? For example, if I have 150 in the room, you feel all right, and then another 10 people come in, something happens?
No.
Okay. Give me some more.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying big audience, but maybe it's more like the type of presentation.
Okay. Is there any specific presentation where you feel it more?
Yeah, maybe when it's a topic that I would, I mean, not something, for example, I work on, maybe like general topic, and sometimes you just do a presentation as part of an event, and you kind of do the show. Yeah, I think it's maybe this kind of presentation, which I'm more, yeah.
So it's when you have to kind of do the show.
Yeah.
That's where you start to feel that confidence drop a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Now what we're seeing here, I'm going to break as well, is that we're getting to the goal. You see, when she first came to me, she said she wanted to feel more confident in presenting. What we've realised is, and what she's come to realise is that actually in most presentations she's already confident. And at first then she started to feel like it was the size of the audience, and I played around with that. And then she said, actually, it's not really that. It's more like when I have to put on a show, or there's a show, that I feel it. So now we're starting to realise that her goal really is to feel more confident when she has to put on a show, when she's doing a presentation. You see, now we're getting much more specific. Because as a coach, I could be coaching her on presenting in front of 3 people. Well, then there's nothing going to happen there. She's already confident, actually. So I need to understand what she really wants to achieve. So now we're saying, maybe, could you reformulate that goal? Could you put it into a statement for me, based on what we've discussed?
Yeah, I would like to be more, to feel more confident when I have to do, this kind of presentation, like doing a bit the show and entertaining the audience as well, like, more playing with them.
So I want to feel more confident when I have to do a presentation that involves me entertaining or putting on a bit of a show.
A bit, yeah.
Okay, is that sort of a goal that you feel comfortable working with today?
Yeah.
Okay, and what we'll do then for the next, 10-15 minutes is to maybe explore that a little bit more and come up with some strategies. Does that work for you? All right, okay. So, based on your goal, and we've started to look at your current situation, when you stand up and you have to do a bit of a show, you feel a bit nervous.
Yeah.
Okay. Just by interest, how sort of important is this for you on a scale of 1 to 10 to develop that level of confidence? 10 being like extremely important, 0 being not at all.
I would say 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And is it something you've thought about a lot, or is it just something you've recently been thinking about?
No, I mean, I'm always thinking like on the skills that I can develop and everything. So as part of my personal or professional development, and the presentation skills was like one of the key things I could identify. So then, I mean, there are several aspects, and I think about the methodology, processes and everything. I did some stuff, but then I think it's more difficult when
For the
confidence, exactly. But yeah, I think it's important.
So the sort of current situation is you're somebody that wants to develop, and you feel like you've noticed that the presentation part is something you have to focus on. You've looked at the methodology parts and the ways of doing it, but you feel like at this time it's the confidence part that is the one that we need to sort of step forward with.
Yeah.
Okay. So based on that, based on the current situation, your goal, what steps have you taken so far in order to feel more confident?
I mean, I always make sure that I not control, but I'm comfortable with the topic. I always prepare myself. I try to do it at home, like just to make sure that I'm prepared. So for me, could do, you know, like make sure that I'm prepared, so at least I feel more comfortable. But then, yeah.
So really, you've done a good job at kind of preparing for it,
Yeah.
practicing,
Yeah.
going through it.
Yeah.
How well has that worked for you up to now?
It works, but it's not like, I mean, it's getting better. I think I'm getting better with experiences as well. So, you know, the more you do it, better you feel, I think. Yeah, it's getting better.
So you feel like that, you know, you prepared well and your experiences is making it better?
Yeah, a bit better.
Okay, so
There's still some improvement to do.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the experiences that you're having are taking you forward, but there's still something else.
Yeah.
Okay. So, is there anything else that you've done to make yourself feel more confident?
Yeah. I've worked a lot in improving my English as well. So I'm French, and we have a very bad English. I mean,
Disagree with that statement. Disconnect, but anyway, continue.
No, but I mean like, no, but I mean as part of our education and the way
Yes.
they teach English. I mean, when I finished my studies, my English was very bad. And I had a master in international development. So yeah, I mean, I took some lessons, and I was watching movies in English. I was like trying to read more in English to improve it, because definitely I know myself, and I knew that it was key for me to feel more comfortable as well.
Yeah.
To be comfortable, like in doing presentation and exchanging with people in English.
So I'm sort of sensing that there's a certain connection between your English and the confidence level when you present. Would that be, is there something there? Is there a connection?
Yeah, I think so.
How much of a connection is that?
How much? I don't know, maybe half of it. Yeah, because it's kind of, I mean, when you not do, do a show or entertain like an audience, you have to do some jokes. You have to be quite, I mean, spontaneous as well. You have to pick some things. I mean, you know. So in French, I could do that. Yeah, I could do that.
If you're doing it in French, would you feel?
Yes. Much more comfortable.
How much more comfortable?
No, I would still feel maybe like a bit stressed, but 50% more.
Okay, that's quite a considerable
Yeah.
jump there. Yeah, definitely. So I'm starting to sense really that the presentations is when the challenge really is that when you present in front of an audience where you have to entertain, have a bit of a show in English.
Yeah, let's say.
Okay. So you said that the language was 50% of that, or makes up for 50% of that lack of confidence. What's the other 50%?
I think it's like things you can't control. It's, I don't know. Even if I'm prepared, even if I know what I have to do, okay, I could have some limitation, like because of the language. So feeling a bit, okay, I can't make it as spontaneous as English native speaking people, but it's like just this stress that you can feel. Yeah.
Where do you feel that stress?
But most of the time it's just like at the beginning, and then it's okay. Yes.
Is that true in English too?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, we're learning, you see, I'm having to bounce a little bit here, but what we're finding out really is that it's presenting in front of an audience where she has to show, and she has to put on a bit of entertainment in English, but the stress tends to be just more at the beginning. So it's a very, we're starting to even shine on this goal a little bit. We're going to shine it a little bit more here. So it's at the beginning of the presentation, and then it slowly makes you start to feel a bit better as it goes on. Okay. So what we really need to look at then is some strategies or some options moving forward to relieve some of those feelings of stress or anxiety at the beginning of the presentation. What would be the benefits for that? For you, let's say if you were able to do that, what would be the benefit of that?
Like in general?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's quite satisfaction and yeah. We all want to succeed. We all want to be good in what we are doing. So yeah.
So the feeling of satisfaction and achievement, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
And improvement. I mean, like, you know, personal development. I mean, you can say it different ways.
That's that feeling that, you know, if you go out there, you feel confident, do a good job, you've developed, you've improved.
Yeah.
Well. So, what do you think then? What do you think is next to develop that confidence at the beginning?
Some more English classes.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's okay, that's a good start. So maybe looking at getting some English classes as maybe just one option. Is there any other options there? Is there anything easier than that maybe?
I don't know.
That's okay, that's alright.
Yeah. Doing yoga.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm already started doing that.
This is great. Okay, I'm going to stop just there for a second, because there's no way in the world that I would have recommended that. Because I'm bad at yoga anyway. Some of your colleagues will tell you about my experience a couple of weeks ago in this very room doing yoga. The truth is that these are her solutions and her strategies. They're more likely to work because she owns them. Now, if I said to you, you know, you want to improve your presentations? Take up yoga. You're just going to look at
No, actually it's good, actually.
Exactly.
It's a way to control your mind and body.
Absolutely. But it worked for her, not for him, or for her, or for him. It has to come from her, or the coachee. So you're absolutely right. So taking up yoga, or doing a bit more yoga. Tell me about that.
No, but it's just, I mean, trying, I love trying different stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I love as well, like, watching, you know, YouTube video about good presenters, like, you know, marketing people and everything. And some people talk about your respiration, for example. Before going to, like, an important presentation, you have to learn some techniques and so on. So yeah, maybe that. And I was thinking about it and I was like, yeah, I'm not sure it would work for me. Yeah, so I said maybe yoga could be something. I'm thinking about meditation, you know, like all this stuff which could yeah, make you more zen. I don't know. And I'm maybe like you, not a big fan of yoga. Pilates is too quiet for me. I really like intense activities. I'm like very dynamic, so it's a very big challenge. And I think it could, yeah, it could help. It's interesting.
It's an interesting something to explore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're looking at two strategies right now, really. We're looking at maybe looking at some more English classes and maybe looking at doing some yoga.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you feel that might, you know, push you to another level of confidence?
I mean, more experience.
More experience.
Yeah. So I think so.
So looking to get more experience.
Yeah.
Okay, so looking for opportunities to present more often,
Yeah.
get up on stage.
But still, yeah, I would love to, but I know that I could face this kind of feeling, you
Yeah.
know. But true, I think like by doing it, then you can learn.
Yeah. So you feel like that if you did that strategy, or you took that option, you feel that you still could feel some confidence problems there or this, but it would get better over time.
Exactly.
It would be one way forward.
Exactly.
So we've got the English lessons, we've got the yoga, and we've got, you know, looking for opportunities, getting more experience. Is there anything else that you think might just add that little bit more confidence to you when you start off?
No. But if you have any advice.
Absolutely, I'd be happy to share some things with you. Yes, definitely. How about this then? Looking around it, you know, when you're going to present, when you're going to stand up and present, is there anything you can do in those moments that would make you feel more confident?
I don't know, work on my the way I breath, for example.
Okay.
I mean,
Maybe some breathing before you
Yeah.
get up and present?
yeah.
Yeah. I try to breathe all the time. I never get this meditation stuff. They tell me to breathe. I think I've been breathing for the last 40 years. It's not working. No, it does work. It does. I like to meditate. Absolutely. So doing some breathing techniques, maybe
Maybe.
push that. Yeah. Okay, that sounds good. Have you ever seen anybody that's been really, you know, or you feel that is very confident when they speak, or do you know anyone that's very confident when they speak?
Yes.
You do. And what do you think they do to do that, to feel that? What's going through their mind? What do they do to prepare? What strategies are they using?
I don't know. I mean, a friend of mine, like a close friend of mine, is working on communication, and
Okay.
she's very good. I mean, from when you are in the audience, I mean, I really like her, like the way she speaks. She looks very confident. But she tell me as well that she's super stressed, and like she can't eat before she has her nose. She prepare herself like 2 weeks in advance. She's super organized and everything, but when she's on the stage, it
She
looks
feels it.
perfect. Yeah.
So is there anyone else there that you know that you tend to feel like their confidence shines?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I see some people in mind, but I don't know what are their strategy.
So maybe having a discussion,
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
having a discussion with those maybe 2-3 people that really stick out and say,
Yeah.
what do you do? How do you do that?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got some lessons, English lessons, we've got yoga, we've got breathing strategies, we've also got talking with people that are effective and confident at presenting.
Yeah.
There's 4 possible options for moving forward. Which one of those options do you feel might be the one that would provide you with the biggest impact in terms of developing your confidence at the beginning of those presentations?
I mean, having a discussion with these the people around me who are doing the presentation, I think.
Might be a quick fix.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
So how would you go about that? How are you going to have that conversation, and maybe when would be a good time to have that conversation?
I mean, next time I see these people, yeah, just grab a coffee with them.
Huh?
Yeah.
Are they in your office?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe asking them out for a coffee and
Yeah.
picking their brains a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. When do you feel like that you might be able to do that? Is that something you could do in the next week or 2
I
weeks?
think so. Yeah. In the next week.
Yeah. And is that something you feel comfortable with?
Yeah. Yeah. But we don't. I mean, yeah, we should do that more often. Actually, like just share with others. But it's sometimes, yeah, I don't know.
Sometimes it doesn't happen. Huh?
Yeah, and yeah.
How-
You think about other things that you could do by yourself
Mhm.
without asking for advice, but yeah.
So you tend to go inside more rather than outside
Exactly.
looking for it.
Yeah. But I mean, it
So maybe, you know, scheduling that time or looking to meet one or two of those people. And what kind of questions are you going to ask them when you meet them?
I mean, I think more on how they prepare when they do big presentations and how they feel. Are they stressed or not? Maybe they're not. Some people are like that. I mean, like super relaxed. I don't know. I'm trying to ask for some tips if there are some.
Okay, that's good. So we've got one action to move forward with there. What do you think would be the second most impactful action you could have out of your 4 strategies to move forward?
Yeah. Maybe English lessons. For me, yoga and or maybe like breathing techniques. Yes, maybe because you learn some through yoga, but I'm sure there are some others. But yeah, I don't know if
So maybe the yoga you feel would give you the breathing techniques, but maybe the breathing techniques might be just something you could focus on first.
maybe.
Yeah. Where would you learn to do that, or how would you go about that?
I have to plan that.
Oh,
To know
okay.
how to do that. Actually, I don't know where I could learn that. Maybe through just internet, but I'm not sure.
So maybe.
I have to get more details about
Okay, so you need to sort of dig down a little bit and find out where this could be. Is that something that you'd be willing to do over the next couple of weeks to sort of try to investigate a little bit more on the breathing?
Yeah.
Now, we've got 2 action points to move forward with. One is to have a conversation with your friends who are good at presenting, are confident, to see what they do to prepare. The other one is to start to look at some breathing strategies, whether it be looking at the internet or contacting people that might know that. Is there anything else, just to add the number up to a number 3, that you feel like maybe I can do that, or you feel comfortable doing?
I'll continue going to yoga.
Oh, you do yoga at the moment?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Continue to go to yoga. Well, the one also I forgot to mention as well was the experience one. I apologise.
Yes.
That was one that I didn't recap. How does that sound?
I mean, I have some presentations scheduled already. So, but not big ones. But yeah, obviously, I could maybe push a little bit to be like part of events
Or just looking at that, is there any way that you could use those opportunities to practice putting on the show and entertaining a little bit? Is there room for that in those presentations, or is that not really appropriate?
I think that
There's some room for that too.
yeah.
Okay. So maybe preparing some show parts or entertaining parts in your up and coming presentations to experiment maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to stop there. What I would do from here is to get her to email me the points that she's going to move forward with and then some timelines so that she can put them into practice. Now in 2 weeks from now, I said 2 weeks and I just put it in there as a time frame. Actually, I would ask her to come up with a time frame. But I'm saying 2 weeks. In 2 weeks from now, I would contact her back and say, how's it going? Now, before I ask for feedback from these guys, what did you get from that conversation?
Clearer ID. I'm clear.
Yeah.
I'm clearer. Let's say. I always thought about some options to improve these skills and how to be like more confident. But it was just like, yeah, I have this idea, but you never take era, I know that it seems quite easy, so I could like just yeah, at least try to do it and see. But yeah.
It's the clarity
Yes. Yeah.
and having some strategies to move forward with it. It seemed quite easy.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. I
Thank
hope that was
you.
helpful.
Yeah.